This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Jay-3.
Tell him I'm a realist.
Jay-3 is a realist and can say what the f he wants on his channel.
Tell him to get ghosts.
If you don't like it, you can take this L and get ghosts.
Tell him to kiss my ass.
Little did you know, upon pushing the dislike button, you have just kissed his ass.
Tell him there's no room for weakness.
There is no room for whackness on Jay-3 Entertainment, so if you fit the description, step off. Anything else?
Yeah, don't get teabagged. What's good, team? Your boy Jay-3 is back in the building. I got a movie review for you guys. But before we get into that movie review, I got some things I want to say. Some things are going to change on Jay-3 Entertainment moving forward. And you guys are like, what? How's that? What was going to change? Well, moving forward, in all my spoiler-free reviews, you're going to get a critic and viewing experience. And in my spoiler reviews, you're going to get that Jay-3 experience. And you guys are like, why you decided to, switch them up in two different segments? Well, let me explain. When I get into Jay-3 mode in a spoiler-free review, I tend to spoil things. So I decided not to do that no more moving forward and just give you guys a spoiler review Jay-3 experience. So you're gonna get 2 grades. So let's get into my most anticipated film of 2017, which is War for the Planet of the Apes, directed by your boy Matt Reeves, starring your boy Andy Serkis as Caesar, and Woody Harrelson as the Colonel. This movie takes place after Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, where you have Caesar's clan at war with the Alpha Omegas, who are led by the Colonel. Caesar asks for peace. The Colonel says no. That's the movie. Let's get into this critic mode. War for the Planet of the Apes, I have to say, was a roller coaster that I truly enjoyed. I enjoyed this film. This had a great story, but it was rocky at some points. The story was inconsistent on some levels. Let me explain. We knew where this movie was going, and that wasn't the problem. It was how it got there, which was the problem. There were certain elements that had you going, but exhausted when it got there. It's kind of like going to a roller coaster and go, oh, okay, here we go, That's what the story did. And I felt it really ruined certain parts of this movie and certain collaborations with certain parts of the film, like the acting in the score, because the story didn't hit like it should have to give you that scene. Some people probably would get hit by it because some people are more subtle movie goers than most, but the story didn't live up to my expectations, guys. It could have been better. It could have been better. It could have been better. The score, though, the score was much better than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. In fact, it was way better than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I really enjoyed this music, and I will go buy this music moving forward after this video. I'm gonna go buy it. The score was warm, vibrant. It felt right. I like the adventure. When you see Caesar on the go in the woods, the music was perfect. When you see the battle scenes, the music was perfect. When you see the calm scenes, the music was perfect. I enjoyed this score. This was a much better score in War for the Planet of the Apes. It really made part of the movie for your boy. Next, the acting was phenomenal. The acting is what really got your boy in this movie. The acting was so good. It was better to me personally than it was in Dawn and Rise. We finally got you got Caesar in Rise and you got Caesar in Dawn, but we got a Caesar we ain't never saw. And to see Andy get into that mode of darkness and savageness, trying to withhold his humanity, was amazing. Those facial expressions, the movement, the ape communication, the sign languages. Maurice, I forget the little girl's name. I think her name is I can't remember her name. She was amazing. This movie was very moving, and the acting is what really gave it that, mixed in with that score. The story gave us the breakdown, but that acting, those apes, was just amazing. They were like, it's certain elements of the acting that was believable. And that's where the acting is phenomenal. I believed these apes were real. The apes were real. They were real actors, but they were real. And I loved every bit of it. How they communicated with one another, it was just amazing. It was something that you rarely see in film. The collaboration back and forth, how they talk, how they communicate. Thirsty. Like, it's amazing. I really enjoyed the acting. Them apes, that CG was on point. It was great CG. They know what they're doing. CG is becoming something I'm afraid of. In a minute, you ain't gonna know what's real, because Caesar and them really look real. How they were in the woods, the trees shaking, and the snow coming off. Just scenes like that, which is so amazing. The acting, the acting ability, the young apes, they looking around, they moving. It just looks so believable. It was amazing. Woody Harrelson, amazing. Woody Harrelson said very few words, but was such a big impact. You feared him. You understood his morals. You understood everything about the Colonel just by looking in his eyes. You knew that he was a broken man. You knew that he needed this war. You understood every bit of that just by looking in Woody Harrelson's eyes. Very little said, but much was said. Straight up. He didn't say much, but he showed you much. Craziest experience ever, watching those two collide on screen together. Those two were great. Matt Reeves' directing, though, was amazing, because you guys have to realize he's directing stuff that's not on screen. So for him to be able to do that, you get one of these, bro. It's amazing seeing him capture the woods, the snow, the sand, the water without apes being there, because they're behind a green screen, but he's able to capture that. Just certain scenes when they climb trees, they talk, the waterfalls. You guys seen the trailers, the waterfalls and stuff like that. Ain't nobody there, but he makes you believe. He's that good with that eye. He makes you believe it and sees, and you guys see it there. The directing is on point in this movie. The only gripe I have with this movie is the forceful scenes. They forced scenes on you for you to feel certain elements, but I felt it didn't need to go that route. It could have just been organic, but they chose to go another route. So it felt rushed in certain points. That's where the story failed, and that's why it could have been better. But that's that critic life. Viewing experience, though. Sitting back, eating my grilled stuffed steak burrito and my Cinnabon Delights and my orange crushed soda. Drank that, then drank a ginger ale. I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed sitting back watching this movie. I was excited. I was like a little boy in the audience watching this film. It had moments, like, he was able to direct it so well. Like, you see the apes on screen, it's just amazing already. So you're watching them and you're like, this is funny but tight at the same time. This is tight. I really enjoy watching this. These apes, they move like humans. They do things, but they're apes. You have different communities of them. You have gorillas, you have orangutans, chimpanzees, it's like, this is tight. I really enjoyed it watching this movie. Seeing them talk is just amazing. When Caesar finally speak, apes they get all out of control and shit. And then Caesar say, hey, hush. And everybody like, oh, Caesar talking, y'all. Let's shut your mouth. I enjoyed the respect of the apes towards Caesar. I really enjoyed that, man. They were really tight. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because viewing this, you know, you see the audience and everyone's engaged. Especially this old lady next to me. That's what happens when we go to the hood sometime, though. You get that one lady, oh my God, look at that, oh, that ape, get him. Oh man, but she made it better though, because it was funny listening to her. Viewing experience was dope. The audience was so engaged in this movie, man. We were laughing. There was a new added character to the film, to the apes, a new ape. He was so much fun. It was like, this is amazing. We were laughing. The plots, the plans, everything just fell into place viewing wise. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this movie. It was great. Oh, it was so much fun. It was a blast. I actually wanted to watch it again. I wanted to watch it again after I watched it, because it was, when you watch movies like that, it's so much going on, and you might catch something and you laughing, or you're paying attention to it and something else happens, but you're still trying to put that together when that's happening. So you kind of want to go back and watch it again. So I'm probably gonna go back and watch it again. But this movie was really cool. This was a dope movie, man. I think everybody will enjoy this film. First and foremost, no one will dislike this film viewing it. You won't dislike this movie. This movie is dope. It's amazing. The CG is on point to the T. Viewing experience is on point. You're going to really enjoy this movie. The music is really dope. It's vibrant. It's warm. You're gonna feel this movie. But just make sure you have something to eat. Ain't nothing like watching a movie eating. Look at this. Enough said. Now, you guys are waiting for that grade, so let me give you that grade. Critic wise, the movie hits a lot of beats, but it didn't hit the beats to make it that movie. As a critic, it didn't hit that. It didn't hit that. It didn't hit that. Viewing experience did. So it's different. Story didn't hit, but the viewing experience did. I'm gonna put those two together, and I'm gonna give this movie an A-. This movie's an A-. Now, some people are asking me, it's my most anticipated film in 2017. Did it hit, Jay? It hit, but it didn't. Yes and no. It didn't do what it was supposed to do, in my eyes. As my most anticipated film of 2017, it's supposed to be the best film of 2017. And the reason why it didn't get there is because it didn't hit certain elements that would have made it get to that level. I feel like I wish I got a chance to talk to Matt Reeves before, because if I got a chance to talk to him, he probably would have switched up some stuff. But I like what he did. And I'm not disrespecting. The movie was on point. It's just certain elements felt forced. It fell apart at certain scenes that it shouldn't have, and that's why it gets an A-. But it's a good ass movie though. Take a look at this film, guys. You guys will truly enjoy this movie, War for the Planet of the Apes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait, man. Look out for that Jay-3 Experience spoiler review, which will be happening live, because that's how we do it, man. It's gonna be live. We're gonna talk about this movie. This movie's tight. I like this movie, y'all. All right, that's what I got, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I kept this shit sweet and simple. Now, shout out to my Patreon family. If you guys want to donate to your boy Jay-3's channel to help support this channel, getting movie tickets, getting likes, being able to go see these movies, feel free to take a look at my Patreon account, and you can go ahead and donate to your boy Jay-3 if you want. Also, I have a Team Jay-3 fan box opened up, P.O. box for you guys. If you guys want to send your boy Jay-3 anything like that, letters, stuff like that, it's all good. I got some gifts, and the stuff is very touching, and much love out there, family. Now, thumbs this video up. Subscribe to Jay-3 Entertainment if you like the real and the real and the real deal, and that's for real. Jay-3 out.